Comic book fans have always enjoyed putting our favorite characters against each other to see who would win. Why? Because it's insanely fun. In today's video, we'll be talking about DC Comics' Superman vs. Invincible's Omni-Man. The latter's creation was clearly inspired by the former, so a comparison between these two superpowered beings is very fitting. We'll briefly talk about the history of these two characters, explain their powers and abilities, and share who we think will win if Omni-Man and Superman cross fists and wills in what would be a monumental showdown. Superman was created in 1938 and first introduced in Action Comics #1 by Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster. He is often heralded as the first major superhero in the medium of comics and the catalyst for the Golden Age, which was the industry's prime back in the 1940s. The character's gone through iterations and alternate takes in the DC universe, but the main chronology of Superman has remained the same, even if his powers sometimes are improved or decreased. He is the last son of Krypton and grew up in Kansas in the United States, raised by Jonathan and Martha Kent. As he grew older, he decided to use his powers for the greater good and become the Superman everyone knows. Omni-Man, on the other hand, is a lot newer and first appeared in Invincible #1 back in 2003, and that was created by Robert Kirkman and published by Image Comics. He is a powerful alien who was sent to Earth to conquer it for the Viltrumite Empire. Although he formed a family, including the protagonist of the series, his son Mark Grayson, and eventually he takes a different path in the story. Now let's briefly talk about the powers and abilities of Superman and Omni-Man. There are different interpretations of the character of Superman due to DC constantly rebooting its continuity, but we will be comparing the post-Crisis on Infinite Earth Superman since he is the version most people are aware of. He can fly, he can run very fast, he has super strength, he can shoot lasers from his eyes, he has a lot of endurance, he can freeze things with his breath, has heat vision and x-ray vision. On the other hand, Omni-Man has the following abilities: super speed, super strength, a lot of endurance, he can fly, and has accelerated healing. Now the setup for the fight would probably be very similar to the original Invincible comics, with Omni-Man settling with the human race and then coming out as their conqueror, which would result in Superman trying to stop him. This would result in a battle between the two of them. Now it's worth pointing out that both characters will probably have different intentions. Superman is not known for killing people and Omni-Man has no qualms about it whatsoever. So it could be argued that Omni-Man would be going all out while the Man of Steel would be holding back a bit. Omni-Man's only major edge would be that he is a lot more willing to take a life and play dirty, which is something that could even the playing field between the two of them, especially if the battle takes place in a city where he could take hostages or something along those lines. But it's also very likely that Superman would try to take him away from the crowds and out of the city as much as he could. The only way Omni-Man could win this battle is if he did his homework on Superman prior to their fight, and he had a bit of kryptonite to use against Clark. If not, then unfortunately it's gonna be a wrap for Omni-Man here. Superman has everything Omni-Man has and more, plus special abilities like freezing breath, x-ray vision, and heat vision. Even the post-Crisis Superman, who is usually weaker than other versions of the character, was capable of going toe-to-toe with Doomsday, who is a character who not only healed from his wounds like Omni-Man, but also adapted to what killed him, and Superman still defeated him. This is also a version of Superman who has gone up against planetary and universal level threats, including the likes of Darkseid, Superboy Prime, and many more. So he is not only strong enough to defeat enemies that are way stronger than Omni-Man, but also has a lot more in his repertoire to fight him. The only way this could go in Nolan Grayson's favor is if he decides to play dirty. Beyond that, there is no way around it for him. Superman has this in the bag. While it's very obvious why a lot of comic book fans have these two characters fighting one another, the Man of Tomorrow is simply way stronger and has a lot more variety in his abilities. Now we did a poll on our channel and many of you seem to agree with us here as you voted overwhelmingly for Superman. Thank you so much for watching this video. How did you like this video? Do you think that Omni-Man would suffer defeat at the hands of the Man of Steel? Let us know by leaving a comment down below. Now while you're down there, be sure to give this video a like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. And if you like more video content from us in the meantime, check out one of the 2 videos on your screen right now. Thank you so much for watching, and we hope to see you in the next video.